this is all the diaries. I started writing when I was 10, and I'm still going. Yeah, and people have sort of said, oh, these are my diary, which I wrote from like 11 to 15. Mine lasted about 6 months, if that. Yeah, it was a lot. So, I also wrote them fairly strangely. This was my very first, which I decided to write backwards. Because that makes sense. This scintillating entry is all about when I went to the Coventry signal box and learned how you raise and lower the barriers at the crossing. Yeah, so that is this diary. Also featured in this diary is a list of codes for boys. Because I could not write their names down in case they read my backwards diary. So yeah, every boy had an assigned code, which was written down in here so they could clearly work it out. My next diary was fairly normal, so skip over that one. And then we have this, which is this diary, which I decided to write in a non-linear format. Where is it? This smashing idea of me, here is somewhere. I've entirely lost the page. Did these tabs indicate the order in which they come? I never finished working out the order. It's too much of a headache. Yeah, new rule. Open wherever and write wherever. To be started now. Go. Worst idea. Not only did I do that, I wrote in different coloured pens and in different ways. So this entry, this first page, you have to read down every other line, then you have to flip it over and read up. I did that quite a few times. The next page, you have to read around in a tight little spiral. It gets worse. This is a nightmare to read. Next. And then this. You have to follow the pink around first, and then the blue. And on the last page, you can see page 2, of which was the updated 1997 Babe list, which took up 4 pages in various different places of the diary, because of course it was non-linear. Yeah, strange person. Next. This is diary 4, I believe. Yes, this is diary 4, which is this one. Fairly normal, although I forgot to put the year in, so while doing this, had to go back to calendars from 95, 6 and 7 and work out which year it was. It was 97. But through this one I doodled little doodles and decorated them with nail varnish. Next. Like that. Some of them were sparkly to highlight the really important stuff. Then we get to diary 5, which I started off like this, because obviously you can read that. It is in fluorescent yellow pen. I have not been able to read this back to myself. I continued this. This is the 27th of May. And then we have the 28th of May. And the 28th of May continued. The 1st of June got a little bit more normal. I dedicated the page to my friend Amelia. As you do. And then we have, we skip a page here, which is entirely dedicated to the band Hanson. Then we have the 4th of June. This is a smiley face in the centre, decorated with nail varnish in fluorescent orange pen, which of course you can clearly make out in no way at all. And then on the 8th of June, I decided that was enough. And that was the last of those, and then I kind of went normal. I say normal, I decided to write the diary on this way, on one side, then turn it over and write back the other way. And that is how I wrote all my diaries after that. One direction, turn it over, back the other way. I don't know why. So anyway, my first reading to you. This is me when I was 14 in 1997. And my first reading for you comes from when I found a boy for the first time. My diary is basically two things. All the boys and just misery. Just dark, dark misery. So I've gone for all the boys stuff with a touch of misery. So, I finally phoned Greg Lizowski. Not just now, of course, but on Friday the 4th of April. Today's date is 6th of April, 1997. I finally got up enough guts to ring his selected numbers. 610882. A 6, and with an O, double the 8 and add 2. This is also written in fluorescent pens, so some of them are really hard to read. Fluorescent green, not good. His mother answered the Trefalon on the other end, and I asked for his loveliness himself. She said that, of course, he's in, but may I ask who is calling on this communication device for my son? She did not say that, of course, but me on bonkers. She called for Gregory, and he eventually, after much persuasion, came to the telephonic communication device. After the general "how are ya" blurb, he got down to conversation. The next bit is in fluorescent yellow. We kinda arranged to see each other, not in yellow, darling. My commentary on writing in fluorescent yellow pen. Then I switched to gold. At first, it was gonna be Buzz Wednesday, but Greg realised that Wednesday was out, spelled O-W-T. The spelling in these is interesting. Because it's D&P's birthday, David and Hayley Lizowski, that is. So, we are settled for a 2. That is, a late lunchy brunchy ding ding on Tuesday. Obviously. So he was supposed to ring what today, but he didn't do that, lassie. But he'd probably ring me on my selected numbers tomorrow. At least he'd better. So, he also informed me on the plastic lump for speech that he was having duvets, duvets that is, thrown down on his head. And that his Mo was eaving on him, eavesdropping that is. I also got that David was playing with his ickle toy car, Brum Brum. I think lack of sleep affects me. Then, this was the sweetest. Just as we was hanging up to do what? He informed moi, once again, that he loves me. I repeat in insane language. Gregory Adam Lizowski once again told me he loves me. Why does this come as such a shock to moi? I wonder. Because I'm thick, dim, ugly, pathetic, completely bonkers, a Looney Tune, and basically the worst person on the planet to come across and hated by everyone. Well, that's all. See you soon. My next selected reading comes from this shiny object, which my friend Susie and I kept together. As a feature over the years, I've kept several communal diaries with friends, some just between two of us, and some by many of us, with the caveat at the front, this will be read by anyone. Yeah, it's good fun. Try it. So this is a letter to Susie, which starts like this. It's Ari, and it's very boring, and Mrs. B is probably going to find out it ain't done my work. That reminds me, it's only 1 week until I see, literally, I see, year 10s, i.e. Nim, sigh, Nim's a babe. Well, what I was going to tell you this morning, prepare yourself. Dad's now employed by Richard Branson for Virgin Trains. So we've been personally invited by RB to his house for a BIG party. And we can camp overnight and go swimming class. Anyway, Dad's working, so he can't go. But I said that Mum and me should just go and stuff Dad. What I was also going to tell you is that it's not certain yet I might be going to France. Brittany, cool, I hear you cry. Yes, it is, cause when we get the dates for certain, you can boss come. Dig! Got to go to English, to half an hour. So as I didn't see you at lunch, I was doing my homework. This is Rachel's pen, because I've lost my pencil case, had a bollocking from Mr. Colvo, not found my pencil case at reception, and learned all about the Holocaust and history. Not nice! So, as you can see, not a good day. So I'm going to blow £15 in town. Stuff the saving thing. Oh yeah, I also only got 7 out of 20. Bit of a downer. But I don't say for what. But hey, let's be optimistic. To top it all off, I won't see Nim for another 6 or 7 days. I have no shoulder to cry on. I mean, you're here, and so's Rekka, and so's Mrs. Burke, if I get that desperate, I don't think. She was my much-loathed yearhead. Today's... Oh no, hold on a minute. Oh yeah, I've lost my Mr. Bump pen top, and my star, and my bunny stampers, my Parker fountain pen, and my cool pencil sharpeners. It's Ari, and I'm developing a big headache. What is Pentecost? That was a rhetorical question. I wish Miss would stop yapping on about tongues. Pentecostal churches sound weird. Ta-ta for now! Or as it's actually written, TTFN. I have more. Oh yeah, oh yeah, this next one. Yeah, I forgot about this. So, sorry, let me find my place. Yeah, if we have any single ladies in tonight, this advice is for you. This is a letter I wrote to somebody called Hayley in year 8. Hello, Hayley. Is that how you spell your name? I never know how to spell Hayley. Cut the crap and get to the subject of your problem. Boys. Treat them mean and keep them keen. Honest, it always works. Ask Susie, because she says I've got boys lusted after me and I don't really appear to give a fuck about them. This is me and all the boys. So appear not to care about boys. Live life to the max. Be a wild child. When a boy is a bastard to you, use a witty comeback. But, there's always a but. Do show that you are nice and do care about boys occasionally. For example, if the lust object you have your eye on sticks up for you in a nasty situation, nicely thank him and give him a cute smile. Whenever he's around, look like you're having fun and laughing and smiling, but don't overdo it. Like, don't give off cheesies and laugh like a hyena. But whatever you do, be yourself. So what if you're a complete utter stark raving loony? You're you, and it'll make you more desirable. If you pretend to be someone else, it will only end up putting off whoever you are trying to impress and possess. I'm sure Susie will assure you this works because she says that, like, everybody fancies me. No. And that, like, I could get any bloke I wanted to. Also no. Anyway, I hope this has helped you and will help you. This 2-page magazine agony aunt essay type thingy. Keep smiling and have a groovy rest of year 8 and summer holidays and life, basically, and help I'm going into loony mode. Loads and loads of love, hugs, snuggles, peace, happiness, magazine agony aunt type vibes, and green wellies. Fran. More, not more? How much more? Yes, go on. Okay. We'll carry on with this one then. So this is the summer of 1997. Woo! High Lord. Which, by way of explanation, I spent in Aberystwyth for a week as an event for Quakers, whereby you throw a group of young people together and do activities with them, and then they run rampant in the evening. It's awesome. So this is a friend of mine, Susie, explaining my week in Aberystwyth when I got together with my first proper boyfriend. Yo babes! Here I am in Aber, and I've just been using, and I've just had my first day. I'll be using this as a kind of diary, even though you probably won't read it till September. loads and loads of cool peeps are here. On the train, I met this really cool lad called Tom, who's 16. So me not knowing who was here, and him not knowing either, also waiting for his brother and his gran to arrive, hung about all day till 7 o'clock when we met our groups. But the bizarre thing, oh no, I'll skip out, it's not even relevant. Tom's surname is Rack, I think, short for something unpronounceable, and he's getting the train back with us. He supports Liverpool, and is totally football crazy. Hey, what's new? And has this thing about women drivers, excuse me? But overall, he's a real cutie pie. It's actually Sunday now, but I'll finish yesterday anyway. I met loads of cool people I know, and it's all going really cool. I'll tell you more details later when I see you, but I'll just tell you a couple of things. Like, everyone's fascinated by my nails. I used to grow them really long and paint them in weird colours and do strange things. I mean, when I say long, they were like, talons. Anyway, at one point, we were passing around in a, sorry, I never finished that and I can't remember what I was going to say. But, I have to tell you about Tom and Colin. Don't worry, all should be clear. We were doing this role play on homelessness, and me and Colin, this is Colin, were prattling around, and Colin knows he's a BIT flirt. So I told him, you, Susie, thought I was good. I was, so we ended up hugging and having a big kind of purely friendly, you understand, sitting on laps and arms around each other kind of thing. Then at lunch, me and Tom were having a muck around and teasing each other, tickling, etc. And Colin said something, which I found out later, written L8TER. Later was, it's obvious they fancy each other, so why don't they just get off with each other? So like me, I completely denied it when he said it later on. But because me and Cole were being huggy, then everyone asked if we were going out. Anyway, tonight Tom wanted to go down to the beach, so I said I'd go with him, but I had to pay for some stuff I'd made, so we went and got that first, all the way down to Pantycelyn. If anyone knows Aberystwyth University, it's like a massive hill. My accommodation was the top, this place called Pantycelyn was down the bottom, and you have to irrelevant. The place I had to go down to, which is all the other end. And back we had our arms all around each other till we got back to the Great Hall where we saw Cole, Andrew, and someone else who I can't remember. Cole's Scottish, by the way. Just a bit of colour there. So I went to talk to them, and I was feeling really tired by then. You know how I go sometimes. So I sat down and said I didn't want to go to the beach. So Tom goes off in a huff, and I stayed with Cole and Andy. We were talking about Tom and me and Cole that is, when he walked round the corner. So we agreed to go back to his room. Oh yeah, I forgot. Before we went to Pantyliner, because that's what we humorously call the block Pantycelyn. Me and Tom had been in this room having loads of tickling and fun, and Tom had given me his kicker's top. I don't think there's a photo of me in that actually. And we'd switched name badges. So anyway, we got back to his room and kind of lay on the bed, hugging and talking, rolling around, not to be taken the wrong way, and tickling for 2 hours. Then I said I had to go, I've got to be up early, and he gave me a piggyback. And then in my room I wrote, you are, the letter U, R, A, Q, T, and then the pi symbol. You are a cutie pie. On his hand. So he wrote back, I heart you, for you are a cutie pie. Did it the same way, and claimed he'd seen it on a wall. Then, just as he left, we kissed. And I think I'm in love. He gave me a little bracelet. You might think it's a bit weird. It was the red string that you take off the top of a biscuit packet. He's taken 4 photos of me because he's a photographer. Done a GCSE photography. I'm going to do an A-level too. If we go to the next photo. Yeah, that's us.
Are you still wearing the red thing?
What?
You still wearing the red thing?
It's different. No, a different biscuit. Anyway, this is really unstructured. Anyway, today we did a really cool homeless role play, which I previously mentioned. Get me to tell you. Then we did the clay experience, led by Matt. I have no memory what that was. Then Rochelle wanted to know what was going on with me and Tom. So I said, now. Ben gave me 2 cool badges, I shall show you, and Matt said he liked me because I was funny. Anyway, tonight I've just got back from a big snog sesh. Yes, it finally happened. With, well, I don't really have to tell you, do I? What will Cole say tomorrow? Gotta go, because I'm going out tomorrow. Oh, by the way, we raised £219.90 today with our homeless stint. Cool or what? Hey Susie, guess what? I'm going out with Tom! Thanks to a little shove from Rochelle, we ended up going out together. So now I'm waiting for him to come up so we can go to Din Din's. Also, last night we had this big fallout and we weren't speaking and I thought he was going to bugger off without me. But he waited for me. Aw, so sweet. Gotta go, more later. Crap day alert. Where to start? Well, I've knackered my foot up, been pushed into dog shit, had water chucked all over me, and to top it off, probs with Tom, which I admit were only half my fault. First of all, he buggered off to play football without telling me. So I went to tea with Mum, but I saw Tom, so I went to sit with him, and he started crap like, is it really worth us going out, it's pointless, etc, etc, and so on. So I got really pissed. Then I got really upset because it's the last day tomorrow and so on. So Tom got pissed because I was, etc, etc. Then he bit my finger. Not that hard, but hard. So I got V, pissed, and bit his finger so hard, he's got a big lump there now. So now I feel so bad. Well, not now, but I did. Then I got so upset with myself because I'd been such a bitch that Tom got pissed off with me. Then, as we were patching things up, Catherine and Fee called to get Tom, not me, not that I would want to go to the bar, even though it shuts at 11 and it was 10 to. So I got totally pissed off and came back here, and the rest, as they say, is history. But I'm so confused. Am I a little flirt to Tom, or a proper girlfriend? Because we've talked about going to London together. Ooh, can we have the next photo? We actually did go to London. So badass. The cinema and whatnot, even though he lives in Northampton. I was in Coventry. We've even switched addresses, although his might be fake and the phone number wrong, etc, etc. I'm so confused and tired. I'm going. A quick note. Before I go, I've literally written note, like a musical note, the letter B for drawn an I. Yeah. I have done my footing so much I can't even walk on it. Well, we'll see how today goes and maybe I can sort everything out. Or maybe not. Gotta go. Yo, Suze, just to say, all's okay, gotta go, loads of love. Then on this page we have a big thing that says Tom loves Fran. Well, as you can see, everything worked out just fine. I love Tom and he loves me and we all go together in harmony. He is such a cutie pie. He's bought me a penguin called Joe after him, given me his kiss top and his CK1. Yes, you hear me correct, his CK1. He brought me a postcard of the campus, I'll show you, some chuddy, that's chewing gum, flapjack and a pack of mint clubs. We had our songs, no doubt, don't speak. And Lighthouse family, loving every minute. He was so sweet to me yesterday and today. Yesterday he felt really guilty for not having stuck around with me and pissing off with Catherine and Fee. So he was really nice to me. We went to the last night celebration and had a cool time. Then he could have gone into ABBA, but instead he took me back to his place. We stayed there crying together till 2ish. He also managed to set off the fire alarm by spraying deodorant. How pathetic. More details on that later. There are no more details. I helped him pack all of his stuff, and we had a big cry over that too. Then he came back to mine and helped me pack, and we stayed together till 7 o'clock in the morning. That's when that photo previously was taken. We watched the sunrise. I've seen much better. And it is just so nice falling asleep next to the person you love with their arms around you and sharing the blankets, and having a good night and a good morning kiss is the nicest. Anyway, I don't know if you want to know all this, but so what? Then he left to go back to wash and change and for me to wake up. Then we got to the station. We had 1 hour to go round ABBA. Oh, I forgot one thing. While we were waiting for the taxi, we were talking to Kit. And while Tom went to the bogs, she said to me, "I take it you two are romantically entangled." So I said yes, and told her how we met, which is not included in this account, but we met on the train down when I followed him to the toilets. She thought it was really bizarre, but cool, and she said, "Wow, true love at first sight." I've got to finish telling you the above and more, then after tomorrow, even more. Well, we went round ABBA and Tom bought me a penguin, which I've called Joe. We went up to the castle and down to the beach and had a nice long snog again. Then we went to BK, Burger King, and Tom bought me some fries. In the same shop where he bought Joe, he bought a postcard which said "missing you" on it. So back at the station we found that everyone was getting the same train as us, including Cole, who smashed up his hand. I'll tell you when I see you badly. He punched a wall. I forget why. So I followed Tom to the toilet again, where we had a snog yet. That's obviously a mini snog. Because Mum was on the train too, so we could do now in front of her. Then at Brum, we met his bro and his gran, but instead of going back to Northampton with them, he came to Cobb with me, where he said he was meeting his mate, but so what. So we stood by the window together, just having one last goodbye kiss, very emotional. I say one last goodbye kiss, we basically snogged from Birmingham to Coventry, and I didn't even realise when we pulled into the station. So when I got home, I cried my heart out. But today he phoned me and asked if I could go to American Adventure with him, and 3 of his mates. So after a very long talk between his mum and mine, we finally got it sorted, and I'm going. So I'll tell you about that tomorrow when I get home. Is any of this worth reading? No. No. It's pretty boring from here on in, but yeah. What other photos are there? That's us! We were together for 10 months. That was in the year 97. And then he ignored me for a month and turned up with another girl on his arm. It's fine. I got an apology from him years later. It's cool.